It's KC Cares. Welcome back. We're Kansas City's window on the nonprofit community and the people they serve. I'm Ruth Baum-Biggis, and I have the pleasure of having the president of Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Dr. Greg Mosier, and I am so glad you are here. We've kind of worked on this for a while.
We sure have, and I'm glad to be here, so thank you very much, Ruth.
I have to say, we met at an event that I was working with a nonprofit related organization out at the college, and it just blew my mind. I've been like an ostrich with my head in the ground, but you have an incredible educational institution out there.
Oh, we sure do. Thanks so much. And we're one of Kansas City's best kept secrets, and we're really trying to solve that. Kansas City, Kansas Community College has actually been around since 1923. So we're approaching 100 years here in 2023.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's a great college, has a wonderful history. We started off downtown, just right at 800 and State Avenue. Now our main campus is at 7250 State Avenue, but we also have our technical education center just down the road a little bit, and automotive technologies and construction and fire science buildings, and a site up in Leavenworth. So we have a lot going on.
How many students, give or take?
Sure. We serve about 9,500 students per year. So that's about 8,300 students in regular credit classes that someone might think of. And then also about 1,200 to 1,500 students in non-credit classes like customized training and continuing education and, meeting some of the community's other needs.
Tell us about the student that comes to the college. What's the demographic or the profile of who's at KCK?
KCKCC. Yeah, right. You have to practice that over and over.
KCKCC. I got it.
Yeah, right. So we used to say in the community college sector we serve from 17 to 70, but now our age range has expanded even beyond that. We serve a lot of high school students as well. Our average age is around 26. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of returning students. We serve a lot of high school students, so that means to balance out to get that age 26, we have a lot of people who are actually in their 50s and 60s and 70s that come and take classes. But majority is around age 26, and they come from all walks of life and seeking all different programs, from an AA transfer to machine tech, to physical therapy assistant, to IT, to welding, to you name it, we've got it.
Share with us what you would say are your top star programs.
Oh my gosh, we have so many of them. You're going to put me on the spot.
Pick some favorites.
Yeah,
then.
we do have some great programs. My background's career and technical education. I was a government contractor before I came into higher ed, so I'm kind of one of those unique ducks. But so we have a lot of technical programs that train students to go out and get high-paying jobs. They can have a really successful wage quickly. In a year or 2 years, they can be making $60,000, $70,000 a year after graduation. And then we have tremendous academic transfer programs that prepare students to go on and get their bachelor's degree as well. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but we've got construction technology and advanced manufacturing, which are really booming right now. Our allied health and healthcare programs are strong.
I was so impressed with that at this particular event. It was healthcare related, and in talking to some of your staff there about what you have available, give us an example that would maybe surprise somebody that KCKCC provides in terms of study and career.
Sure. Well, a lot of people think about physical therapy, but they don't maybe think about all the physical therapy assistants that help all the PTs get their work done on a daily basis. So we have a really strong PTA program, as we call it, and students come out and get to work in the sports arena, which is fantastic. And some go on and work for professional teams, college teams, in their athletic departments. So there's a lot of different areas people could go when they get their degree. We have a mortuary science program. A lot of people don't even think about that, but one of
that did not come top of mind to me.
I can see that in the expression. So what wonderful mortuary science program. One of about, I think, 6 in the country
That's
so
all?
It's really unique, and it's packed full.
Really?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I guess that's all the path. We all end up in that path anyway, but I would think that's a continual demand.
That is a continual demand.
It's not going to go away. Just as the same with your PT.
Right.
As we all live longer, our bodies need a little more. But you know what? When I go to PT, I see enough younger people, so it's not just us maturing folks.
Yeah. So we also serve the other side of the spectrum with a really strong early childhood education program. So you might say cradle to grave, huh?
Cradle to grave. And that is for also students who are going to school, or is it just to train those working in or want to work in the child education field?
Sure. It's both. We have students that are working out in the field, and they're taking a class or two at a time. We have some that are going directly through the degree plan, wanting to open up their own child care business at some point in time. So a lot of different options. The community colleges were really developed to meet the needs of the community, and we're very responsive to what those needs are, and we serve them very, very well.
We hear nowadays about the expense of higher education. I know from my own kids, although the youngest has been out of that for about 3 years, but just exponential cost to send a child to college these days.
Absolutely.
That the community college, in some ways, is the best kept secret, the greatest answer to this. What's your take? You're working, you're toiling, you're hearing all the stuff.
Right. Absolutely. It's like that across the country. When people think about going to college, they're thinking about colleges that it costs $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year to go to.
Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Our average tuition with fees is about $110, $112.
Oh my gosh.
$82 a credit hour for Wyandotte County residents. So it's so affordable. It's, I think a little over $3,000 a year for tuition and fees.
Wow.
It's quite a bargain.
So who's your faculty? Who is teaching there?
Well, we've got great faculty. We have faculty that have gone through their academic discipline, maybe have worked in the field for a little while and coming back to teach. And then we have faculty on the technical side that have been in business, running a business, maybe automotive technologies. They may have had their own automotive repair shop or worked for GM or Ford or Chrysler or Toyota or any of those types of dealerships. So they come to us after a successful career, and they give back to our students, and it's quite it's quite a value to our students. They learn so much from the variety of faculty that we have.
What do you see as the growing fields of education, career, and how is the college embracing those?
Sure. So this is actually my 29th year in higher education.
Oh my gosh, you must have started when you were 10.
Well, yeah, about 9.5.
I could see that.
Yeah. So many things are growing right now, and as we look at the STEM fields, and especially in our area in the biosciences, we are in the bioscience corridor, where I think it's over 30% of the bioscience companies in the world are located around Kansas City, kind of in between Kansas City and over to St. Louis. So we just started a new biomanufacturing program, which is a great growing program.
What does that entail when you say you've started that? What is a student who would go into that? What are they going to learn?
Sure. So in this case, they're looking at agricultural crops and how you can use the crops differently, and scientific testing of materials or the plant bases for animal feed or healthcare related areas in the ag sciences. The spectrum is just really broad on the biosciences.
How important is it as a community college to be engaged or in partnership with the community?
Oh, it's very, very important. We have partnerships with just a multitude of businesses, and our technical programs meet with what we call program advisory councils twice a year. So every spring and every fall, they get together with business and industry specialists, and we talk about the programs that we have. We talk about the curriculum, and if we need to make curriculum updates. We also talk about what are some of our equipment and technical needs that we have, and our partners provide materials and resources that we can pass on to the students, so that the students are really training on what they're going to work on when they graduate and when they're out in the field.
You're just growing by leaps and bounds. What's the big challenge or challenges that you face as a community college with a few other in the community?
Right. We're not the
only game in town.
Right. Yeah. The resources get so tight, and everyone's trying to do more with less. So being able to provide the equipment and the technology and the other resources that are required to have very strong, robust programs. The financial resources are something that we're always working on. But that's how we reach out to our business partners, though, as well, because we have to diversify our funding resources.
Can you give us a snapshot of what that looks like for KCKCC?
Sure.
Rough percentages of where your revenue then comes in to support what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. So about half comes from our local area in local support, and about a little over 25% from the state appropriations, and about 25% from tuition revenue. So just talking in really kind of general buckets. Well,
we know funding is always a big issue across the sector here in Kansas City. I mean, you've got over 7,000 nonprofits, and I think it's 11,000 with the faith, whatever. We've got a lot of nonprofits.
Right.
And even in that educational sphere. You've got some big stuff going on, though. Tell us a little bit about your expansion plans.
Yeah, it's exciting. We definitely have some plans. So I've been at the college. I'll be coming on 2 years this summer in June. As I looked at the environment in which we operate, and I looked at Wyandotte County, I saw a really great need on the eastern side of the county. Business and industry kind of moved out of that area about 30 years ago or so, and it struggled, but it's on its way back, and we're looking at investing in downtown Kansas City, Kansas. We're looking at building a site, and hopefully our plan is to open that right in the heart of downtown fall 2023, which happens to align with our centennial.
Ooh, that's pretty ambitious, though. That's not a lot of time when you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're building new, or are you taking existing and?
Sure. We're looking at building new. So we have a downtown advisory council that has pulled together, again, of business and industry professionals and folks from our local government and the UG and the commissioners, and from the unions and construction companies that are all working together to help meet this need. We're looking at a site that will have about 45,000 square feet. Construction trades, advanced manufacturing. There's a great need for administrative assistance professionals downtown. When you look at the job openings, there's about 200 just downtown.
Wow.
AA transfer and science programs. So we're working with our local community. We're looking to find a site where we can build and partner with social organizations as well. And a four-year institution. So downtown, there's a great need all across the spectrum. We need ESL, we need GED to get students ready for college-level work. We're going to do the technical trades, we're going to do the academic transfer, and we're going to work with a four-year partner who can provide bachelor's degrees right in the heart of Kansas City, Kansas.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's an exciting time.
Your 30,000-foot view, then, of the college with all these things going on. You have a diverse population. You've got a wide array of things students can take. But so what do you see up there?
Yeah, I see KCKCC really being the leader in education in our region. We have a lot of great other institutions out there, but we've got some plans that are really going to just catapult us into the future. So we're starting to work on what those plans look like right now. So it's going to be an incredible next 10 or 15 years, that's for sure.
How could our listeners and other organizations get engaged and involved with all this exciting?
Oh, absolutely. Easiest way to begin to get information is go to kckcc.edu. If you're interested in a program, even if you're working in an area right now and you want to train in a different area or you want to upskill, check out our website, look at our programs, give a call to the number and talk with some of our advisors and counselors. And see what might be available that's a good fit for what your desires are. And we have a lot of community activities. We've got 8 sports teams. Right, we're national champions. Women's basketball last year, clean sweep.
Yay!
Yeah, we've got championships all over the place. So just a whole realm of possibilities. So I'd say go to our website and take a look, and then give us a call.
We have so much to talk about, and we're running out of time. So
already?
We want to have you come back, but
love it.
Please go check out all there is about Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Just so much going on inside the classroom, outside the classroom. Make sure it's on your radar. And we want to thank you for listening to KC Cares, Kansas City's nonprofit voice. We're produced by Charitable Communications, also a nonprofit. If you like what you've heard, you can support us, just like the Ewing Marion Kaufman Foundation. So check out our website at kccaresonline.org. You can spread the love. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at KC Cares Online. Thank you for listening to KC Cares on 94.5 FM and ESPN 1510 AM.